Well, hobby moves are definitely better than house moves, but I find myself doing a little bit of both right now. It's been a minute since I've been able to update you on all the happenings in my amazing hobby journey and amazing life journey. The quick of it, school's out, so I'm technically off, but we ended up going to the semifinal state round, one game away from the state championship game in baseball. What a great ride! What an amazing season it was. But that pushed everything back. I mean, we were done with school and still going to practice every day and still playing games. So that while it was an amazing ride, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. It definitely has kept me busy. Next is that we're moving. Boy, there's nothing like throwing away massive amounts of just stuff, and then that inner voice inside goes, but this is, this is a game, this is a board game, or this is, this is a puzzle. Like, you sure you couldn't find somebody that can use this? But when you try that mentality about who could use this, you end up holding on to it and never finding that person that can use it. So I just chunk it. I throw it away. Now, which brings me to, gosh, I have, as I used to rip boxes, and just as I have been back in collecting since probably 2016, I would keep all the chrome cards, base or not. I'd keep it. So I have boxes, probably 4 or 5, 5,000 count boxes of just straight chrome cards. So part of the process of moving was going through a lot of those boxes and just making sure that I had taken out all the cards that I wanted to take out. So for the rest of this video, what you're going to see is a few cards I pulled out from the bulk boxes. You're going to see some pickups, recent pickups I've made, and then you're going to see just some cards that I have that associate themselves with those pickups. You'll know what I'm talking about in a second, but let's go through these quickly. So these are the things I yanked out of there that I wanted to keep, obviously. So like this is what, a 2007, is that 2007 or 6? 2007 Pudge Rodriguez. It looks like this is numbered out of 999, or is that 660? 666? Holy crap. Did they really make... Maybe that's, you tell me, is that 660 or 666? Whatever it is, it's a Pudge with the Tigers refractor. I'm keeping it. This one unnumbered. This is a Ryan Howard. Gosh, what a great hitter he used to be. Refractor. Bobby Crosby, man. Another great from the early aughts. Refractor. This one is numbered. It looks like 660 now that I see this one, yeah. Michael Young, I think this is second year, could be first. He's a Ranger legend, gotta have him. Then I've got a Greg Maddux. Looks like it's just a little insert here, a Rawlings Gold Glove Award, refractor. Emmitt Smith. So, okay, the next couple cards are cards. I bought an Emmitt Smith, which I'll show you here in a second. And these were just some of the bonus that came with it. I'll tell you what, as I just hold these two cards, this is a Topps Chrome, and this is a Topps Chrome. These football, this almost seems like a fake card. It's very flimsy. It's got this film over the top of it. I don't think it's worth trying to buff that off of it, but it's just weird how thin. And then Pro Set Emmitt Smith, and then this is a fun one for a teacher. Don't quit, stay in school, outsmart your opponents, indeed. The rest of the stuff is just stuff I pulled out, yes sir, out of the boxes. So I got a OBJ rookie. Here's a Donruss full foil Manning insert, and it is out of 100. Pretty cool. Earl Campbell as well. A Hoops foil refractor, Larry Bird, numbered. Looks like 199 on that one. I ordered a bunch of just Fleer Ultra medallions, I guess this would just be a Fleer Ultra base. I did order a gold medallion Dirk, and some of these were like 99 cents. I could just use the combined shipping to bring them home. But McGrady, and then this was part of the throw into the, I think the Emmitt that I bought, but a fractal. Luka, Luck of the Lottery, what's his name? Derek Lively, Maxence Prosper rookie, another Lively rookie. This actually came with the Steph Blue Ice that I bought, that I did a video back a couple videos ago, but refractor insert, pretty cool. This one I believe is a second year, yep. So this would be a 2018 Topps Chrome base, Aaron Judge. I do collect PC Kerry Wood, so I pulled his base out. De'Aaron Fox select rookie, believe that is Concourse. And then some Shea stuff that is really cheap, like $7-8 a pop, but they're all rookies. Freshman Phenom, Emergent, no refractors. And then I started, now those boxes that I have, you know, I pulled all the star refractors out of them. So any stars that are left behind are gonna be base, but like I got a refractor Giannis, Tatum, got a fast break Bubbles, Dirk Nowitzki. This comes from Select and it's numbered out 149. Dirk, tricolor Dirk, refractor Prism. Here's some red, white, and blue Currys, a Dirk, another Curry, Brandon Ingram optic base rookie. Gosh, what's the parallel called this? I don't, here, I'm not sure, but it's a Kevin Durant. Another Curry, that one's base. This is pretty cool. Counterparts from Limited. Lillard and Curry there. Joel Embiid, not a rookie, but a refractor. Miles Bridges base. There's a Giannis refractor, another Giannis refractor. Brandon Ingram, Debo Samuel, Devontae Adams, another Devontae Adams, and then this white chocolate Fleer Ultra as well. So just like I said, that's probably 2 hours condensed, pulling just those cards out of the bulk that I have upstairs. Actually, there's probably more up there that I did not bring down, but let's get into a little bit more meaningful, impactful things. I've been watching some videos lately. First of all, I know it's been a long time since I made a video, but I was watching Ziggy Know's new channel, and he laid out top 10 YouTubers YouTube channels you should be watching. And I'm hoping to make the next list. I'm hoping that I can make more videos and be more relevant, because I understand you gotta crank out some content every once in a while, more often than I do. But I'm telling you, I've been so busy. Also saw Brent Richards baseball cards was out. He said this is his last video, and then he's talking about all the hate that he got, and mixed in with some support after he released that video. To me, I would say, Brent, if you didn't enjoy making the videos for yourself, you probably should never have started your channel. While it is nice to have comments, and it is nice to see your viewer count and your sub count grow, if you're not doing this just to interact with your collection and have fun, then you're doing it for the wrong reason. Like, I don't know, the sports card dads of the world that crank out stuff just in hopes of growing a channel and getting a sponsorship. I don't know. I mean, to each their own. You do you. But I'll tell you what, I try to find content where modern guys show modern cards, modern collectors, show modern cards, and Brent Richards was just that. And it's so hard for me to find guys just doing what I'm doing what he did, just sitting down and talking about their pickups, talking about the cards that they like. Vintage guys do that all day long, but it seems like the modern stuff is fewer than that. So I don't know. If you know of any good modern channels, Ziggy, I'm going to check out the 10 you recommended, but I just don't enjoy vintage, just like the vintage guys don't enjoy modern. So it's not a we're better or worse thing. It's not a anything other than, hey, you like what you like, you make content around that, move on. Okay, let's get to, here's actually a couple more that I put in once in Ultra Pros, Card Savers, that I pulled out. So Byron Jones, man, at one point, Byron Jones is a great corner for the Cowboys. Taco Charlton, who could forget that miss of a draft pick there? There's a Michigan card of the big Taco. Here's a Yao Ming that I pulled. That I bought with this when I purchased this. So this is the one I wanted. Yeah, Dirk Gold. I love 06 Fleer Ultra medallions. I just do. I just love them. I'd love to get the platinum medallion of this. I also bought this Stevie Nash gold medallion. Man, what a finals he's having. Pascal Siakam, rookie. Here's a nice little base rated rookie for Shai Gilgeous. Here's a LeBron refractor. A couple Tyreek Hill select rookies. Yeah, different. Obviously, one's concourse, probably one's field level, maybe. I'm not sure. Here's a Pete Alonso first Bowman. Here's a rated rookie for McCaffrey unnumbered. Here's a Prism Shai Gilgeous. That's nice. Here's a Revolution. This one's an Astro rookie. And then, you know, a couple Hoops rookies, a couple Shays, a couple Jalen Brunson rookies as well. And then a numbered, this is Paper Donruss out of 349, it looks like. All these were found as part of the move. So I promise you from here on out, we're going to talk about some pickups. Let's start with these. Let me rifle through the. Yep. Okay. So found a guy on Facebook who was doing a Facebook sale, and he had. This is really the card that I was attracted to right away. This is a 2000 and I believe 1 maybe. Yeah, 2001. Essential Credentials Now blue. So this is out of $2.99. This is Kerry Wood. Love Kerry Wood. Always looking for new Kerry Wood stuff, but also always looking for 90s parallels that I don't have. And this is essentially my first Essential Credentials pickup. Still don't totally get how that set works. And how the year, you know, what years are better or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, this is a blue out of $2.99. What would you think this cost? For those of you that don't know the '90s market, like I don't really. This was $35, and it's clean, but that just gives you an idea. So that's right around last comps. This is cool. So this is a Topps Chrome from '99, I believe. Yes. And it harkened back, this little subset harkens back to the '98 season when, of course, McGwire and Sosa were tit for tat in the home run race. And they did a number for each home run for both sluggers. So this is Sammy's first home run, and it is a refractor. So these came in non-refractor versions as well, if I'm not mistaken. And he hit it on my birthday, April 4th, 1998. So there were just too many reasons to pick this up. So I'll just be honest, I got all three of these for $100. So, you know, around 35 each-ish, 30 each with $5 shipping, something like that, 33 each, who knows. But this is really cool. The first home run that Sammy hit on my birthday. And I do a little mini PC of Sammy. And then, of course, Dion. Love Dion. Love to collect Dion. This is 03. What is this? Man, I definitely need a magnifying glass to read this freaking stuff. Okay, this is a 97. Yeah, this comes out of 1997. Topps Chrome. This is a refractor. Refractors back then were pretty limited. Horizontal cards as well. There weren't just a ton of those floating around back in the 90s, but you know, pretty centered, pretty well centered. Surface looks pretty good. So we had this, and I was happy to add that. So 3 cards that make sense for my PC, all sort of inspired by the first Credentials, Essential Credentials Now, Kerry Wood blue color match out of $2.99. Moving on. What is this? Let's see. Okay, so let's talk about the Emmett that I picked up. Okay, so this comes out of Metal Universe. I believe this is from 98. Is that right? Sorry, bear with me. This comes out of 1998. Yes. Now, if you don't know about Metal Universe is a set that has all the different like cool little backgrounds. Matter of fact, I have a Kobe. So here's a base. This is also out of 98. This is a base Kobe out of Metal Universe. And it's got like a rocky North California, seems like a beach photo in the back. And some players will have cities in the back. So I also have this 98 Metal Universe Warren Sapp. And if you can see in the background here, he's got the ships like in the harbor that you might see on a typical Saturday afternoon in Tampa Bay, Florida. So that is where this comes from. Now, I had looked to see if the Metal Universe sets had any refractors because I thought that something like this would just look too cool, right? They don't. They have the precious metals, and then they have the precious metal gems. So I guess those are essentially refractors, but those are super, super expensive. But I did see that they have these titanium inserts, and it's a set out of, I believe, 20 maybe. There's maybe 10-ish. But these are refractors. And so I picked this up. This is $20. And with that, he sent this, which comes out of Upper Deck. Looks like it's a Pro Bowl. It's very dark. It's very dark, but it's pretty cool. Definitely a refractor. And this is Triple Trouble out of Pinnacle, Zenith. And so I appreciate that. So those are my two. I believe all of these came off of Facebook. And maybe the Emmett was actually an eBay purchase. This one I purchased off of eBay just because I was messing around on the bus ride out to our game, our semifinal match against New Home, who ended up beating us in best of three series. But I was searching for stuff on eBay, just cheap, cool stuff, and I came across this 2006 Kerry Wood X-Fractor. Love the X-Fractor. Love the Topps Chrome X-Fractors. And then I also picked up this. This was like $5. Kerry Wood with the pinstripe. Very cool. This is out of Bowman Sterling, but it's got a nice refractor finish and game piece with the stripe there. Then I have this blue Miguel Vargas. So I don't know if you guys know about Miguel Vargas, but Miguel Vargas was a Dodger prospect who ended up landing in baseball purgatory, which is the Chicago White Sox. And he actually has rediscovered his, his prospect hype a little bit. He changed a few things in his batting approach, is the word on the street, and he's become hot. And he's hitting third for the White Sox. He's got 9 bombs on the year, which doesn't sound like a ton, but I bought this first blue color match. It's a little heavy top to bottom here on the back, but I bought it for $40. So you can tell, I mean, he's not super hyped. And I also picked up this, but he is someone you can get really cheap right now. And everything I've read on him is that he has the potential to become significant, to become an all-star. I picked up this Refractor 10 for $75, and I'll show you. So that's what they graded the 10 at, and it's pretty, it's a little top to bottom too, but I don't think it's, I think that this one will probably get a 9. Yeah, so whatever. I'll just leave it sealed like that. I did pick him up on my fantasy league team too, so I just wanted to kind of have a little representation in my PC. Okay, let's see. I got this. This was a card store pickup from SMP here in Dallas. Great people, great guys. Been around forever. Bobby Witt Jr.'s personal card shop as well, as he played baseball at Colleyville Heritage, which is right down the street from this card store, and that's where he's from. So anyway, went there, dug through a bunch of cards, looked in the showcases, came away with this. Talk about off-centered in the back. But all these from 99 Topps Chrome seem to be pretty off-centered on the back. And the front looks really great. And it got a 9, but refractor rookie for Champ Bailey, PSA 9 here. So I love Champ Bailey. I love collecting those Relay Dynamic punt returner / receiver / corner guys like Travis Hunter, like Deion Sanders. And I'd say that, it's arguable that Champ Bailey was just as good as Deion. Different player, definitely more physical. But he definitely is somebody I like to collect. So I picked that up. $50 was pretty cheap. Another card store pickup. This, the 86 Topps traded Canseco. This also a 9. This was $20. These are so cheap. They produce so many of these that you can find them really affordable in 9s. And so got the 86 Topps traded to go with the 86 Donruss. Boy, these were the two of the biggest cards when I was young. I would have been 11 in 86, and my 11-year-old self definitely wanted and had at some point both of these. And that just inspired me to break out the rest of my 86 Topps traded. So I got the bonds. This was $20. Got a good deal on this, but this was $20 for a PSA 9. Bought this before all the card prices went nuts. I can't remember what I paid, but I bet I paid about $200 for this. It's actually the Gem Mint 10 Bo Jackson. Love that card. Also got a 10 Will Clark. Gosh, I love Will Clark. If you're not on Will Clark, watching him give hitting lessons at like, he cracks beers, he lets all kind of colorful language fly, and he talks shit. It gives hitting lessons. It talks about all these guys, these modern hitting instructors, and how they're just what they're teaching is dumb. And he does it in a way only Will Clark can do it. So I love, and man, what a player he was. I've always liked him and collected him. Mark Grace as well. I don't have any Mark Grace though. Will Clark traded Tiffany. Look at how the Tiffany is a little more yellow than the actual Topps traded. Some guys complain about that. Some guys stay away from the Tiffany's because they're not as bright white. But I don't care. I love Tiffany. I've always loved Tiffany. Anyway, moving on. A couple more pickups. Okay, so I had a version of PSA 7 of this card that I moved with some other Topps traded, 83 Topps traded in a bulk lot to Card Sharks, last Dallas show. I did a little video on that, but I love this card, always have. So I was like, man, I'm going back and I'm getting a 9 of this. And I really, really poured over the 9s because it looks great. The 9s are about $100, but if you can find one that's really centered up here and the red line's not going diagonal, even in the slightest, I think that you're doing well. And that's what I found, and that's why I picked this one. Now, if you look at it real close, you can see how it looks like it's cut diagonal here a little bit. But that's why it has a 9. The 10s on these do like $500-600. So I just was not interested in paying that much. But the 83 Topps traded Darryl Strawberry was a big boy card when I was growing up. All right, lastly, picked this one up. Now, this might have made a video before. I might have shown this. Got this from Flippin' Steve, actually. And you'll see that it doesn't have the grade there. I put a couple of USA card stickers over it because, as I mentioned in a previous video, I wanted High Pop Professor does this just to kind of trick his mind into appreciating the card and not the grade. And so I decided to try it, and that's what it looks like. This is actually a Topps Finest 99 out of 100. Warren Sapp, love Warren Sapp. PSA 7 on this, paid $30 shipped. And I put 2 stickers over it, you wouldn't even know what grade it got. So, and then not lastly. Okay, this has been the big pickup. This has been the one I've been wanting to tell y'all about. I bought this a week before she got hurt. I don't think her injury is all that big a deal, but I got a steal on this card. It was on eBay, and I talked to the guy, and we did a deal off eBay. Let's just say that I bet I paid half of what this is worth, truly. Maybe not now. Maybe her market's cooled a little bit since she's been hurt for the last couple weeks. But I could make $1,000 on this, probably no problem. But I'm gonna hold it. I wanted a nice Clark rookie. I didn't want the variation photo where she's standing straight up and she's holding the basketball. I wanted the true, rookie. And here it is. And it's blue, and it's out of 199. The more that I buy Prism or even Bowman Chromes, the more I try to look for the blues, even if they're not color matched. I think the blues are just so classic, and they're never cheap, but they're never exorbitant either. Like I'm not getting an orange. Definitely not getting a green. Greens, they'll tell you should be more than the blues because they're out of 99, but nobody treats them that way in the hobby. Speaking of blues, God, I had a chance to pick his blue up before he blew up, and I didn't. Now it's just almost impossible, but I did snag this at a really good deal. This I snagged at the smaller Dallas show a few shows back. I've shown this. I just wanted to revisit it because, wow, he went 4 for 4 the other day, hit 3 balls over 100 miles an hour. He might be the hottest. If she wouldn't have got hurt, for sure, but these two right here, arguably the hottest two people. Well, and Shay. I'll say that as well. Shay, pretty hot too. But I've never had any Shay, any serious Shay, so I just love the Royals. I love me some Jack Caglione, and I'm glad I at least have this, because trying to go back and buy anything of his now is just tough. So, yep, it was a longer one, but I had so much to talk about, so much to get out. Somebody commented recently in a video to talk faster, to which I had to at least like think, well, or you could speed up the video, like duh. Yeah, Dallas show's coming up soon. We'll be moved soon. Man, just it's a season of change, season of movement, busyness, and I'll keep cranking these out. Maybe I'll crack the next Ziggy No who to watch video. Who knows? But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Peace out. Brent Richards, Reconsider. Later.